Hello. In this week's Torah portion, Korach, we read what happened after the rebellion of Korach failed. Quote, "The earth beneath the rebels opened its mouth and swallowed them and their houses, and all the men who were with Korach and all their possessions. They descended alive into Sheol, with all that belonged to them. The earth closed over them, and they vanished from the midst of the congregation." Unquote. They vanished. They went to Sheol, the mysterious biblical abode of the dead. What happens to people after death? We explored the biblical and Talmudic views in another Devar Torah. Today, let us explore a belief that is neither biblical nor Talmudic, the belief in reincarnation. That when a living being dies, it comes back as a different living being or even as a different species. In most Jewish expositions, reincarnation is human to human only. Reincarnation is not a mainline or authoritative view in Judaism. It is not mentioned in the Torah, the Mishnah, the Talmud, the Midrash, by most main commentators. It's not explicitly ruled out, though. It is natural to believe in it. It's an extension of the belief that's shared by all in an immortal soul. Jewish mystics and Hasidim strongly believe in it. The Kabbalah calls it Gilgul, meaning cycle. It is also called transmigration of souls, or metempsychosis. The Zohar, published in the 13th century, says, quote, "As long as a person is unsuccessful in his purpose in this world, the Holy One, blessed be He, uproots him and replants him over and over again." All souls are subject to reincarnation, and people do not know the ways of the Holy One, blessed be He. They do not know that they are brought before the tribunal before they enter into this world and after they leave it. They are ignorant of the many reincarnations and secret works which they have to undergo. But the time is at hand when these mysteries will be disclosed. Unquote. Some biblical texts are advanced as proofs, even though many do not find them compelling. One such is in Ecclesiastes. One generation passes and another generation comes. Or in Isaiah. Then the Lord of hosts revealed himself to my ears. This iniquity shall never be forgiven until you die. A Jewish man can come back as a woman or a Gentile. Many view converts to Judaism as the reincarnation of people who were Jewish in a previous life, which explains their attraction to Judaism. Converts are frequently told, "Sign with us of us Jews," citing the Torah, quote, "I make this covenant with He who stands here with us this day before the Lord our God, and also with He who is not here with us this day," unquote. The Kabbalah began to accept reincarnation in the 12th century with a mystic known as the Bahir. The notion of reincarnation snowballs with the teachings of 16th century Kabbalist Isaac Luria, known as the Arizal. These teachings were compiled by his student Hayim ben Yosef Vital in Sha'ar HaGilgulim, the Gates of Reincarnations. The Arizal was believed to know everybody's past lives. Today's Hasidic rabbis are believed to know the past lives of the people around them. They do not reveal them, but give advice to help people achieve their tasks. The belief is not confined to Hasidism. In 18th century Lithuania, the Vilna Gaon, an enemy of Hasidism as practiced at the time, wrote that the book of Jonah is an allegory of reincarnation. Among those who accepted reincarnation are Nachmanides, Rekanati, Rabbeinu Bachya, the Maharsha, the Vilna Gaon, Josephus, Hai Gaon, the mystics Yosef Karo, Shlomo Alkabetz, Isaac Luria, Hayim Vital, Moshe Alshich, Moshe Cordovero, and many Karaites, and of course, all Hasidim. Among those who rejected reincarnation are Saadia Gaon from 9th century Egypt, David Kimhi, Hasdai Kreskas, Yosef Albo, Abraham ibn Daoud, and Leon of Modena. Saadia Gaon argued the matter with Hai Gaon and wrote, quote, I must say that I have found certain people who call themselves Jews professing the doctrine of metempsychosis or transmigration of souls. Many of them go so far as to assert that the spirit of a human being might enter into the body of a beast, or that that of a beast into the body of a human being, and other such nonsense and stupidities. Among those who did not mention reincarnation at all are Yehuda Halevi and the great Maimonides. Many Jewish believers in reincarnation have speculated on who reincarnated into whom. Some say Abel and Cain became Moses and Jethro. Moses and Jethro were friends, rectifying the estrangement of the two brothers they were in a past life. Others say Abel and Cain became Jacob and Esau, or Balaam and Balak. Some say that Adam, Eve, and the serpents became King David, Bathsheba, and Uriah. They point out that Adam is an acronym for Adam, David, Messiah. Others claim that Adam, Abel, Moses, and Shimon Bar Yochai, the possible author of the Zohar, became the Arizal, the master of Jewish mysticism. Job became Terah, father of Abraham. Jacob's daughter Dinah had wrongful intercourse with Shechem, and they became Cosbi and Zimri. Cosbi was a Midianite woman who had wrongful intercourse with Zimri, an Israelite general. Cosbi and Zimri were killed by Pinchas. The same Pinchas became Rabbi Akiva, and Cosbi became the wife of the Roman general Tineius Rufus, who divorced her husband to convert to Judaism and marry Rabbi Akiva. She helped him in his work and thus atoned for her sin with Zimri in her previous life. Aaron became Hillel, both mild manners and lovers of peace. The best claim is that Saadia Gaon, who, as we mentioned, strongly rejected reincarnation, became the Baal Shem Tov, the founder of Hasidism, to atone for rejecting reincarnation. Now, let's turn to the question, why believe in reincarnation? What does reincarnation explain? There are many possibilities. One is that reincarnation is punishment. Bad things happen to good people because they're punished for sins they committed in past lives. This would explain babies suffering or dying. This explanation conflicts with another explanation, that reincarnation reflects God's mercy. God does not write anybody off forever and gives bad people opportunities to improve by giving them a fresh start. But our sages say that you get no more than 3 chances. The proof can be found in the book of Job, they say. Quote, behold, God does all these things twice, 3 times with a man to bring him back from the pit so that he may bask into the light of life. And the book of Amos, quote, thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Israel I will revoke an evil decree, but for 4 I will not revoke it. The Malbim from 19th century Poland also taught that God makes no more than 3 attempts to save a person. If they don't work, the person gets the ultimate punishment, extinction. The worst Jewish curse is Yemach Shemo v'zichro. May his name and his memory be erased. Mystics teach that reincarnation perfects the world. In Lurianic Kabbalah, the essence of anything is its divine spark. The sparks of the souls, Nitzosot HaNeshamot, were all in Adam's soul, but were scattered away when he sinned. They must be reassembled. Performing commandments elevates these sparks of holiness, and when the sparks are all redeemed, the Messianic era will begin. So there is cosmic significance to each life. Rav Nachman of Breslov said, "The day that you were born is the day God decided the world could not be preserved without you." This is why one who fulfilled some but not all of the 613 mitzvot comes back for an opportunity to fulfill the remaining ones. For a Gentile, it's the 7 Noahide laws. This is known as Tikkun Olam, perfecting or rectifying the world. Needless to say, there's no science behind any of this. We are objectively ignorant of what happens after death. It's all a matter of faith. Shabbat Shalom.